With such a rising success, Dirty Dearn was on top of the hip-hop world and was not coming down. Unfortunately, with such fame, Dirty Dearn's overall attitude changed into what would be a demanding and truly scary artist.
The thing I always found a little fascinating about the Dirtiest is his demands he made, you know, backstage on tour. We never, as a group, just demanded too much from our people. We were kind of really all about the music, but to get centered, to get focused, Dirty Dearn had to have some strange things.
I think the weirdest thing I ever heard Dearn request for to have backstage was a bathtub filled with soggy Cheetos.
You ever see that music video for Billie Jean with Michael Jackson when he's walking on the steps and they glow up each time? Well, as Dirty got bigger, he actually asked that from the steps of the stage all the way to the tour bus, they would be lighting up floors just like MJ.
He demanded Lincoln Logs in his dressing room so like he could build an empire out of toy logs.
I need a gallon of Kool-Aid and I need 2 bitches.
A South American indigenous squirrel.
He just wanted to pour Kool-Aid on him and then slap him.
I'd like to have a grill in every room because, you know, in case he ever was craving a burger.
He needed 16 live chickens to be in his dressing room.
You know, sometimes I'd wake up in the middle of the night like, what smells like burgers? And he would be grilling a burger.
These special pants that like had a mouth right here, right on his crotch, and would give him a blowy while he was up on stage rapping.
A fine dinner knife, sometime dated in the 18th, it could be the early 19th century.
A Latina woman to smear toothpaste on his back just to keep him cool because he sweats a lot.
Bra on made out of turtle shells, condom on made out of a hamster head. He says, let's do this. And I was like, do what?
That guy was up to some freaky shit, man.
Moving up the charts, Dirty released his first album, The Importance of Being Dearnest, and instantly explored the other ventures of the media world, in a most frequent case, as an actor, both on stage and film.
At this time, Jumpin Jack Flash suggested that Michael Dearn get involved in the movie industry to get his persona out on the big screen.
So one day I saw him on the television doing a thing against violence with children. And I was like, okay, that's really good. But he was so moving, I knew we had the acting skills to move on up. So I said, listen, importance of being earnest is the biggest thing around right now. Let us take this, let us push it away, and let you be in the movie.
So I started off with Was Like Us, my first movie with DJ Beat.
We're just boys like us.
Best movie ever.
The movie got huge. I remember seeing Boys Like Us video games for the Nintendo and the Atari. A lot like Donkey Kong, except it was like Dirty Dearn was the monkey and Matt was the Mario and Princess, which was Uma Thurman, her first role. I remember the Dirty Dearn, the Boys Like Us pizza, which was god awful. It was basically gummy worms, malt vinegar, pickles, and that movie really, you know, kicked him off to be a star in a lot of different movies.
But I don't think it really hit me fully that he made it big in the movies until he played the voice of Flirty Fern in a Pixar movie.
It was here by witness of heavy lights, cameras, and best boys that Dearn found love with actress and co-star of Enough to Go to Mexico's Molly Fernald.
Dearn had it all, you know. He had the money. You know, he had literally every car you could have. you know what I'm saying? But he didn't have the girl, and he needed the girl, and he got the girl.
You know, the whole thing was really a whirlwind romance.
We started off hot and heavy. I mean, they couldn't rip us off each other. I saw Dearn just have his arm around her and she was just eating all his shit up, and it was crazy.
The two hit it off immediately, to the point that it is reported that Michael Dearn took her to the highest point in Mexico and said, "It's not enough to go to Mexico if I can't bring you back."
They were wild child. One time, he threw me a hit. He said, "This is the new beat that I want to work with." It was just the sound of them making out.
We were going at it all the time. It's sex everywhere, in the bedroom, in the closet.
And it didn't even sound like making out. It sounded like if you hit two rulers together.
Jumpin Jack Flash's closet.
Nobody makes out like that. Nobody.
They were so in love, man. We couldn't get them off of each other. And it got weird. We had to, like, section off a little spot in the back of the tour van for them because they were just going at it all the time.
The first time I met her, she really gave Vader a hard time. I gave him a noogie that actually led to bleeding in his scalp. Which, you know, if you know Dearn, he really picked on Vader a lot. So, he kind of said to me, Jumpin Jack Flash, MC Mann Man, that, you know, this cat, this Molly Fernald character might be the one for Dearn.
Controversy arose when Dearn became the focal point of then-running Congressman Jack McCarran's speeches. The congressman spoke out against Dearn, and most notably would have been his second single, the edgy and risque cop killer anthem, Bang Bang.
Ladies and gentlemen, we need to stop these people. People like Dirty Dearn. This guy is a lunatic. If you've listened to the lyrics, they're absolutely appalling. If I may, I'm going to read an excerpt.
I drop him like a hot like there's an auto 3. Don't piss me off, here, I'll fuck you up. She's shooting dope by day, shooting cops by night. I hang a fucking po-po by the string of a kite. I know it sounds like a fucked up way, but killing cops to me is just child's play.
But killing cops to me is just like child's play. You know, people are always attacking the Trailblazers. Just because I was the first one to come out against Dirty Dearn back then. And I took a lot of heat for that.
We had a hit in Bang Bang. Bang Bang shouldn't have been taken away for us because of some, you know, FCC bullshit. Jack McCarran, who the fuck does he think he is?
It's like you spend 9 months making a child and you want to put that child on the radio and then they take it off.
The fact that it got banned from the radio, I mean, disgusts me.
The music video airs once at 4:30 in the morning on fucking True TV. And then McCarran takes it off, says it's too dirty. Nothing's too dirty for my boy.
It's my baby, man. It's my baby, and he fucked with it.
I was with him that night. He was pissed. And anyway, he turns to me and he says, yeah, all that shit in Bang Bang about shooting cops, that was fiction till now.
Now, I don't listen to the hip-hop. Matter of taste, fine. But when you go on national radio and talk about killing cops, no. I believe that the swift arm of the law should come down on you very hard. Please join me in the crusade to get this man off of the airwaves.
Everyone who listens to Bang Bang knew what they were getting themselves into. For that matter, anyone who listens to Dearn or to rap music in general knows what they're gonna be hearing. And you cancel it, you cut it, that's our best song ever.
I roll down my windows in my Cadillac and I blare that every chance I get.
Someone taking the Mona Lisa and ripping it up in front of everyone.
The controversy did not end there, when Dearn served his first non-fake jail time for beating 2 women paparazzi outside a venue.
Well, you really can't blame me. I mean, once you're this famous, you just gotta get away sometimes. So I punched the bitches.
I will never forget that moment because it was special, but it was hard for me.
I know.
You know?
I mean, you don't think that
you don't think your hero is going to hit you.
No, you don't. And it really hurt, you know?
It did really hurt.
He has, you know, the strength of a great typhoon, you know?
He's a
strong
raging
man.
bull, that one.
Beat 2 female paparazzi. And he wound up, of course, in a prison for that.
You know, I did my time. It's over, done with. That was in the past. That was then, this is now. But if I can do it all over again, I'll punch those hoes again!
With such stress and pain, Dearn turned into a whirling wormhole of drugs and alcohol, most notably of the use of booze and cocaine, and his world changed forever.
He always liked to party and go out and everything, and I thought it was all fun at first, but then, you know, we started getting more and more into it and really into the alcohol and drugs, and it became a lot to handle.
Loaded with the drugs.
It seems like every one of my artists needs to have something that he's shooting, smoking, or sniffing. And it wasn't any different with that.
just made him a messed up individual for the year that, for a couple years, that his problem was prevalent.
Really bad. Not a good chapter of Dirty Dearn's life, yeah.
And of course, this led to conflict in his marriage.
I came home and he was just, his face was covered in cocaine. Just covered.
One time I had Dirty and Molly over for a dinner party. And we were doing the dishes together. And when I was starting to put in the dishwashing detergent, some of it spilled out onto the floor, and instantly Dirty got down and started snorting that shit thinking it was cocaine.
The cocaine had to be the worst. I mean, people came into our apartment and they thought we were snowed in with the massive amounts of cocaine that we had in there.
He came in a rage. What did you do with my cocaine? And I told him, Michael, I flushed it down the toilet. I've had enough of this and I can't handle it anymore. And
I'm getting in you!
He tried to dive into the toilet after the drugs, and that's when I knew he'd hit rock bottom.
He actually one time got so high and so messed up that he put on a bunny suit and ran in our local supermarket just up and down the aisles.
Yeah. I once saw Dearn eat a whole bowl of transvestite pew spaghetti just for a fingertip of blow.
We were in a big blimp flying over Germany, Spain. He just kind of did a lot of drugs before we took off, and I remember him running around with a pencil, going up to every rich, it's a pretty rich blimp, going up to every couple and just saying, I'm gonna pop this blimp, I'm gonna pop the blimp, and everybody was choking on their spitting out, don't pop the blimp, Dearn.